CBSE announces special scheme for boards 2022, two term-end exams to be held. Regular and repeater students of Karnataka 2nd PUC to be promoted. CBSE directs regional officers to verify class 10 and 12 result process by visiting schools. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor rolls out fellowship program for graduates. Report reveals Rajasthan schools rank last in terms of gender parity in senior classes. 63% parents report that schools hiked fees despite lectures being conducted online. IIT Delhi launches PG Diploma in Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence. Delhi University receives 1,324 overseas applications for 2021 to 2022 session. Good afternoon and a warm welcome. You're watching Education News Network, where we get you the latest developments in education at the top of the hour. This is Nitya reporting from ENN, and the daily stories are: the CBSE has announced a special assessment scheme, two term-end exams to be conducted, bifurcating the academic session, holding two term-end exams and rationalizing the syllabus were part of the special assessment scheme for class 10 and 12 board examinations in 2021 to 2022, announced by the CBSE on Monday in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Term 1 exams will be conducted by the board in November to December 2021, while the second term exams will be conducted in March to April 2022, as per an official order by Joseph Emmanuel, the director of the CBSE. The syllabus for the board examination will be rationalized similar to that of the last academic session and will be notified in July 2021, it said, and also announced plans to make the internal assessment and project work more credible and valid. At the end of the first term, the board will organize exams in a flexible schedule between November to December 2021, with a window period of 4 to 8 weeks for schools situated in different parts of the country and abroad. The Karnataka government has decided to promote all the candidates, regular and repeaters, and release Karnataka 2nd PUC result 2021. The examination for the same was cancelled by the state government due to the rise in COVID-19 cases across the country in June 2021. Karnataka Primary and Secondary Education Minister S. Suresh Kumar said that the decision has been taken because of the casualties of COVID-19 that were increasing during the second wave, and it was decided by the department to cancel the 2nd PUC exams. The regular or fresher 2nd PUC exams will be promoted to the next class by considering 45% of their class 10 SSLC marks, 45% of the first PUC marks, and 10% basis of academic performance of 2nd PUC. On the other hand, the private candidates will have to appear for the examination whenever the exam is conducted by the board in the state. Moreover, the repeaters who have enrolled themselves for the exam will be promoted by allotting minimum passing marks along with 5% grace mark. The Central Board of Secondary Education has directed all regional directors and officers to visit schools in the respective regions. The officers have to visit schools to verify the processes being adopted by the schools to prepare board results of classes 10 and 12. The official statement by the CBSE read, as a first step to ensure that the policy issued by the CBSE is implemented effectively, it has been decided that immediately schools are visited by the officials of the regional offices. Accordingly, all regional directors or officers of the board have to verify the work done by the schools under their jurisdiction. To get an understanding of the ground report, the schools will not be informed in advance. The board has also directed the officials to get accustomed to the tabulation policy. In order to have actual information of the result work of the schools, it may be ensured that while visiting the schools, no prior intimation be given to the schools and only sudden inspection is carried out. Schools may be inspected in such a manner that at least each category of schools, that is private, government, KVS or NVS, is covered. The notice read further. The Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, on Monday rolled out a fellowship program for engineering, management and other graduates. The Lieutenant Governor's Sustainable Development Fellowship, that is LGSDF, will be funded by the Jammu and Kashmir government and implemented in collaboration with IIT Jammu. Under the program, 10 scholars and graduates from IIT Jammu, IIM Jammu, NIT Srinagar and other national institutes shall be selected every year. These individuals must have requisite work experience and must have qualified in GATE, MAT and NET examinations, said an official spokesperson, adding that the program will focus on providing immediate catalytic support to improve government service delivery, removing gaps in policy implementation, and generating valuable insights for policymakers and implementing agencies. Rajasthan schools ranked last in the Gender Parity Index, that is GPI, at the higher secondary level when compared with the rest of the country, reveals the Unified District Information System for Education Plus report 2019 to 2020, which analyzes trends in school education in the country. According to the recently released report in Rajasthan, the GPI value for classes 11 to 12 is 0.87, much lower than the national average of 1.04 in this category. GPI for Gross Enrollment Ratio, that is GER, is the ratio of girls to boys enrolled in schools and is a measure of the relative access to education. A GPI of less than 1 suggests girls are more disadvantaged than boys in terms of access to school. According to the URI SE Plus report, at the primary, upper primary and secondary levels, Rajasthan has dropout rates of 2.9, 1.5 and 12.3% respectively. While the dropout rates for boys at the primary and secondary levels are higher than that of girls, at the upper primary level, the dropout rate of girls is more than double that of the boys. Schools have been conducting lectures online for over 15 months now, but fee hikes are still a concern for parents. In a survey of nearly 16,000 parents from across the country, it shows that 63% have mentioned a school fee hike even though classes are being conducted completely online. 65% respondents also revealed that their respective state governments have been ineffective in regulating school fees during the pandemic. A report made public by Local Circles, a community social media platform enabling citizens and small businesses to escalate issues for policy enforcement and intervention, said, in separate incidents, parents from across the country have been protesting against unjust school managements, hiking fees in private schools. Several states like Uttar Pradesh have directed schools to not hike fees, and the Supreme Court too has asked school managements to not insist on payment of fees of facilities not used by students. But the unrest amongst the parent community persists. The survey, in which 15,950 parents from across India have participated, further highlights how, of those forced to pay an increased fee for the 2021 to 2022 academic year, nearly 33% are bearing a 20% increase in the annual fees. The same survey also asked parents whether the state governments have helped regulate school fees, but 65% parents replied in the negative. The Indraprasth Institute of Information Technology, Delhi, that is IIIT Delhi, has launched a new postgraduate diploma program in computer science and artificial intelligence. The program has been launched in collaboration with Great Learning, an edtech company for higher and professional education. The program will be conducted online for a period of 12 months and has been designed to accommodate the schedules of students as well as working professionals. The program content will be delivered via live interactive lectures, tutorial sessions, recorded online videos, industry expert sessions and projects. In this program, learners will understand and apply state-of-the-art AI techniques, including advanced machine learning algorithms and deep learning, followed by a capstone project which will help in building overall expertise in developing AI-based solutions that would draw insights from massive amounts of data. The Delhi University on Tuesday said it has received a total of 1,324 overseas applications, including 320 from Afghanistan, for the 2021 to 2022 academic year. The university's Foreign Studies Registry Admissions Committee said the applications were received from 61 countries. DU had invited online applications from foreign candidates in April for various undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Meanwhile, the decision on CUCET is expected soon for the Indian students. DU Acting Vice Chancellor PC Joshi said, "We are hoping for CUCET to become a reality. The admission process is anyway going to get delayed till September. Hence, a central entrance exam will only bring uniformity in the admission process, as boards have already adopted different marking schemes for Class 12 students this year." That's all for today. Thank you for watching Education News Network. For more such videos, do log on to our website, theann.com, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Signing off, Nitya.